What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Well, there's just a mountain of stuff since last week. We did our show last week. We said, who knows what the hell's going to happen by the next time we convene, and it seems like a very large portion of the league has just flipped on its head in the span of a week. It is the Big Shot Bob podcast. That's B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Generous. That is seven-time NBA champion, addicted to watermelon juice, Robert Horry. Join the show before the show sometimes makes me laugh out loud. The stuff that we talk about before we hit the record button. Well, I mean, damn, man, where do you want to start? Because it's been a week. Now, I know a lot of this stuff is, I don't want to say it's old news, but, yeah. I mean, it was like the end of last week that JB got traded to the Sixers. The Walker Kessler stuff. A lot of that stuff happened toward the end of last week. We were all celebrating the 4th of July. Obviously, this is our weekly time to get together and kind of take a quick look back at all the insanity from the week. So, I mean, where do you want to start?
Let's start out, since we just had the 4th of July, let's just start out with the good old US of A and our soccer team.
Oh, why you got to bring up old shit? I don't want to talk about last night. That was miserable.
It was miserable, but you can see the improvements. It's sort of like...
No, you can't. You cannot. You cannot come on this show. I will not allow you to come on this show today and sing the praises of that sad sack team that rolled out last night and showed the world why the USA does not give half a shit about soccer.
But here's my point is, the world didn't give a shit about basketball, and now they're catching up. So hopefully, this is my point. Hopefully, we can catch up. But I know it. Hey, I don't think people understand how much money soccer players make. So,
they get paid internationally. They get paid. I don't know. Do they make that in the U.S.? I don't know if they make that in the U.S.
But I'm saying, if you get good enough here, you do what they do in basketball. You flip-flop. You go out of the country, Spain, Portugal, play over there, and make a shit ton of money. Look, that's what they do now.
Here's the thing that I think you're missing when it comes to basketball and soccer. Basketball worldwide to other countries is higher on the totem pole than soccer is to us. So when you start talking about countries catching up, because there is a level of mere importance of basketball over in France and over in Europe, more so than soccer is here, because we have baseball, football Americano, and basketball. There are 3 sports that are all ahead of soccer in this country alone. So therefore, most people in this country don't care about soccer until the World Cup, or unless they're looking at their major league soccer team. But other than that, it's never above those 3 other sports.
But this is my point. When basketball players can't make it in basketball, they go be a tight end. So now I'm just saying, if you don't make it in your sport, hey, don't give up. Play soccer.
Yeah, just go play soccer. Yep, just go play soccer.
There you go. You hear that, Bronny? When they cut you from the Lakers, you can just go play soccer.
No, I'm just saying, get your footwork up now, because every kid now should play soccer, because their footwork, look at Dream. It helped them in basketball. Look at Kobe. It helped them in basketball. These guys who play soccer.
Where are all these guys
Steve
from?
Nash. Look at Steve Nash. Dream is from Nigeria. Steve Nash from Canada.
What's the biggest sport in Nigeria?
I don't know. Do I look Nigerian to you?
Let's keep going. Steve Nash is from where?
Canada.
Hockey.
But my whole point is play soccer to get your footwork up. Now you got that base. Now you go play your sport that you want to play. Now you have something to fall back on.
Where did Kobe spend a lot of his time growing up? What country? All right. What's their biggest sport over there?
Soccer again?
All right, then. All these people have a background of being from some country where soccer is high on the totem pole.
But my whole point is, same thing with Steve Nash, same thing with Dream.
No, I hear you, but I love the fact that your rationale for the advancement of American soccer is just have it as a fallback sport. Just have it as a fallback sport. That way, when you suck in the NBA, you can go play for the soccer team. And that's bound to get us further on the world stage, right?
Hey, but no, think about this. Think about if you're a sprinter and you fail at sprinting, get on that soccer field, you're going to probably be faster than that guy to get to a lot of those balls.
Okay, we're not doing this.
Yeah, but you can't kick the damn thing or control it when you can run as fast as you can to get to it.
You want me to tell you what? You want me to tell you what's a better equivalent?
What's that?
If soccer doesn't work for you and you want to be a kicker in football, that's fine. You have a better chance of transitioning from being a soccer player to being a kicker because you kick a ball anyway. So the transition is at least a little easier. But you talking about, well, shoot, if you don't play this sport, go on over and just play soccer. What?
And that's somehow going to make it.
I'm trying to give these little, how do I put this nicely? Kids who don't really have a lot of athletic ability, but they want to play a sport, and they're short. And they're not very strong, so that counts out football. And they're not very fast, that counts out, the club. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yet again, a great argument for the advancement of American soccer.
Nah.
All these horrible athletes, just go play soccer. I got news for you. They're already out there. We saw them last night. They scored on themselves practically to go down 3-1. I mean, that was horrible.
You're talking about all these folks who ain't good enough, how they need to go over to soccer. Do you know they're 30 years behind everybody else in the world when it comes to soccer? You just now starting. These kids been playing since they were 3.
I have a friend. His son is going to be the next great soccer player. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Has he been playing soccer?
He's been playing soccer since he was like 5 years old.
That's my point.
Hey, let me just say this. When he playing against 10, 11, 12-year-olds, killing them. So this, mark my word, this is going to be the next Francisco.
You know,
playing for Argentina.
The more and more we talk about this, the further and further we move away from what your point is.
No, my point. No, I'm just hollering at my friend Francisco.
Yeah, that's all right. Rob's got the new.
He already got he got the best soccer, Francisco Nava. That's
a great soccer name.
That's gonna be a great soccer name.
Great soccer name. No, 100% behind him. As long as he's not wearing the Robert Horry sanctioned, at least we tried U.S. men's national team jersey. And what the hell kind of argument is that for the advancement of American soccer? Here's the other problem we're always going to have.
You have to keep hope alive, man. You got to keep hope alive.
Look, here's the other problem we have. This is a serious problem. The youth soccer costs a fortune in America. If you want to play youth travel soccer in the good old US of A, you got to spend $5-6 a year on jerseys, on travel, on all this other stuff. Wow. So it is crazy expensive because I think in so many other countries, it is the predominant sport. It's not FIFA's got programs in place that help supplement that stuff and pay for kids' leagues, and they make it more accessible to kids in other countries. In America, to your point, there's so many other sports. And
the crazy
way
part
more
about,
that are more focused on by the national spotlight than soccer.
But America, though, what youth program is not?
Oh, they all
expensive.
cost a fortune. That's America. Yeah, that's America. Yeah.
It's the American way.
I mean, baseball's the same. Baseball, these kids are buying $500 bats to play baseball.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. I'm glad my kids play basketball.
Yeah.
Hey man, give you a pair of shoes and we'll go steal a basketball from somebody.
And that's how you get started. That's how you two kids can win 7 NBA championships one day.
He said we're going to do it the good old American way.
Steal us a basketball.
Hey, no, you think about it, man. We growing up, we had we'll go to basketball practice, distract the coach, and take a basketball home, and now we couldn't afford a basketball, so we had to get one somehow.
Oh, that's great. The good old American way. Steal us a basketball. Well, speaking of stolen basketballs, where do you want to go? You want to do JB? You want to do...
Let's do JB.
You want to do the cream team? What do you want?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, let's go JB.
Let's go JB. As it happened last week, the first ever Twitch streamer for podcaster trade went down. As the Boston Celtics traded.
I didn't even think about that.
Jaylen Brown to the 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. And that's all you got for Jaylen Brown, which seems a little weird. It was also strange that it seems like just a few minutes ago, we had Jaylen Brown on Twitch talking about Joel Embiid being a flopper.
Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player. one of the best bigs in fucking basketball history, flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news.
So now he's got to go stand on a court with Joel Embiid and be like, "Hey, man, when I said you were a flopper and you were ruining basketball, that's my bad. I didn't mean that."
Hey, you forget they had to when Drummond went there, they got into a fight and they had to be teammates, so it can work out.
Yeah, you got to get some stuff out.
That's gonna be a good team though if they can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest question. We did have. I'm gonna play a little bit more JB for you. This is him on his stream talking about the trade to Philadelphia.
For the last 10 years, I've been programmed to hate Philadelphia, from the history chat to the history of the rivalry to the
that's his computer.
The playoff battles. All of the above, the process. I've been programmed to be man, fuck the process. So it's it's funny now I gotta reverse engineer. The process is back the fuck on. We've been shutting the process down for the last, I don't know how many years. The process been over. But now the process is back, motherfucker.
It's a complete change of programming for JB.
All right, we gotta stop this. We have to stop when you get traded to a team that you talked about for so long. I'd rather people just not say anything and just go play for their team. The whole concept of I've been programmed to hate this thing. No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
You're right. It's just, here's the thing though. That's his platform though.
No, that's fine. You can say whatever you want on your platform.
Of course, everybody's going to tune into his Twitch stream to hear him talk about the trade. And it's not so much that he's been programmed, but I think that's, I don't know. I think there's a validity to that. You know what I mean? When you're playing for so long in the league and you're basically your whole time in the league, it's been, forget these guys. Screw these guys. These guys are the enemy. And now it's you're part of the enemy. That's an about face for a lot of people.
Maybe so. But just like fans, for instance, put it to you like this. A fan base can hate you because you're on the rival team, right? And you're one of the best players in the league. But if they ever got a chance to get you to wear their jersey, all of that hate and everything that they had prior to you, all of a sudden just evaporates. It goes out. It's just evaporates into thin air.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
I don't. In the sense that I know that there's as a fan, that there's people if Bryce Harper put on a Braves jersey,
I was just about to use that example.
I'd have a really, really hard time just go Bryce Harper. You know what I mean?
But you
it's
would.
for your team. Yeah, but that's not easy. It's not just oh yeah, okay, fine, he's with us now, great. It's
Can I be honest with you about something?
Go ahead.
And Rob, I want you to
Rob's
think
dying
about
to
this.
get in here. Yeah.
No.
If Kobe somehow, some way in his prime wound up playing for the Boston Celtics with this whole Lakers Celtic thing that went on through for years, how do you think Boston fans would feel knowing that somebody who they quote unquote hated now has on one of the best players in the league, one of the best players of all time, now is wearing a Boston Celtic jersey and is now playing for their team? Where do you think that hate goes?
Out the window? But
really?
It's let's be honest, we just saw it with LeBron James. LeBron James came to the Lakers. People like LeBron James, but they didn't embrace LeBron James. So if you think about it, I've never seen so many people oh, LeBron's gone. Yeah, I can be a Laker fan again. It was crazy.
That's weird.
And so it's LeBron was never a rival for the Lakers, but it's when you come in and you trying to replace greatness like Kobe, and it's you trying to come in here and do it, and it's hard to embrace. Hell, think about me. I was never playing against San Antonio, and I went there, won a championship. I was oh, I like him now. He gone. Oh, I don't like him anymore. So it happens, but it's to me. When you got athletes, and I think a lot of it has to do with who the athlete is also. You think about Freddie Freeman. He loved by everybody in fucking sports, right?
Yeah.
I know it didn't happen like he wanted to in Atlanta, but he came to Dodgers. And fucking people love him.
But he's
I know,
still
plus
loved here. He's still
and he's
loved
putting
here.
up great numbers, but
Yeah.
shit,
He's
Freddie
won
Freeman
2 World
loves so
Series in
much by
LA, and we
Dodger
still
fans
love
now.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, but and also if you putting up numbers like Freddie, so once you put up numbers and win a chip, people don't give a damn what you did and where you were. Once you put that chip and that championship on a mantle, they happy.
Yeah, and it more so has something to do with. I just, look, I'm not saying that hate and despise for rival teams isn't real, but some of this from some of these guys and even some of these fans, it's fake outrage. Because if you ever really, you don't really hate that player, because if you really had an opportunity for that player to put on your jersey, you ever heard the saying, you hate to compete against a guy, but you'd love him to have him on your team? That's how it is for most people.
But I think Rob's right, though. A lot of that has to do with the player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm curious to see how Philadelphia reacts to Jaylen Brown. Because
they gonna hate him.
He's
Philly fans, they hate Santa Claus.
Yeah, of course they do. But so do people in Boston. Well, they hate Black Santa, but they like they love White Santa. But it's just, he's a divisive personality in that he's not afraid to speak his mind on. And there were a lot of rumors too that went into his deal with Boston. That the reason why they made this move, and again, this is all hearsay, so we don't know what's true in this and what isn't, but that, Jaylen isn't afraid to tell you what he thinks. He isn't afraid to get on Twitch and tell you exactly what he thinks and why he thinks it, why he thinks this is a bad decision. And not everybody in the Boston organization, by the reports I've read, necessarily took a liking to that. So now you're going into Philadelphia, which is a media-rich target anyway. They're going to be gunning for you from day one. And you're going to get on a Twitch stream and tell these people in Philly what you really think of them and what you really think of the ownership and what you really think of your team. I don't know how quickly they're going to be to put their arms around him.
Yeah. Winning solves problems. They get a chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you went to Philly. So Philly fans are going to be looking. What's that little meme of the little kid like?
Oh, yeah, with holding the Popeyes kid with holding the glass, just like.
Yeah.
If you're, and I understand that Philadelphia is a proud city, and it's a blue collar city, if you will, but let's be honest, Philly, you don't have a whole lot of room to be turning your nose up at nothing, because you all have had to process times two with two players, and you've been 0 for 2.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
And so you're just now getting back to some form of, I would say NBA relevancy, but hell, Eastern Conference relevancy. Let's start with your conference first. So trading for somebody like Jaylen Brown and having the team that you have right now, you're a lot better off now than what you've been. So let's not be all highfalutin and turn our nose up at stuff like you just this basketball savant of a city.
I don't think they're going to turn their nose up at it. I just don't know how quickly they're going to go to embrace him. Now, to your point, Rob, Jaylen Brown had 29 points per game last season. Tyrese Maxey, 28. And Joel Embiid averaged 27. Now, there's probably a smaller sample size for some of these guys, but it's about 84 points a game between those three dudes from last year alone. Now, all three of those guys are not going to be able to duplicate those numbers on the same court with the same basketball. But if all three of those dudes are healthy, you could put some pieces around them in Philly.
Well, you ain't got to worry about one of them for too long. And that's you know which one I'm talking about, because he's going to take himself out. So you only got to worry about two other ones. Okay. I mean, just tell me I'm lying. That's all.
No.
I just want you to tell me that I'm lying.
No.
You flying? I'm lying. I'm flying.
If I'm lying, then pigs are flying. And I ain't seen no pork in the air.
All right. Besides that, we had a couple other weird reports about the JB trade that I wanted to address. I just thought they were odd. This was per Shams, by the way, that the Celtics felt Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum were no longer a championship caliber duo. And this is a quote from Shams, quote, whether it was personal situations between the two players, or whether it was just on-the-court basketball fit, the Celtics had made a simple determination that moving forward, they can no longer win a championship, clearly, with Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Didn't you guys just do that?
Yes. That was when that report came out. I called bullshit so fast.
Didn't that just happen?
Yeah, I called bullshit.
It was 2 years ago. Not even what? And if JT is healthy, Boston without JT was a number 2 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
So what?
I think they share. Here's the thing: is like once they said this is the problem with sports to me. When you put out these trades and you let shit leak out, and now you get these sensitive ass players to be like, oh shit, they're gonna trade me, motherfucker. Your paycheck the same. But now they're like, oh, if that would have never leaked out, Jaylen Brown would be in a Celtics uniform right now. But since it leaked out, his feelings got hurt and he felt disrespected. I've been understanding, like, if I'm trading your ass for Ben Simmons, then you might be upset. I'm getting traded for freaking Giannis, an MVP of the whole entire league. They're comparing you to him. And I understand that it's a pride thing and it's all this it comes into play. But take your feelings out of the game. Go play the damn game. Now you're going into a situation. Don't get me wrong. You're going to Philly. It's not like you're going to be losing there. Philly, if Joel Embiid is healthy, you still got a good core. You got a good team. Now, if you got traded to some team that's not as mediocre, then you should be pissed. But stop it with these guys getting upset. You're getting traded. You got traded for fucking Young. You think I'm mad I got traded for Charles Barkley? Yes and no. I don't want to go.
Yes, you are.
I don't want to go to fucking Phoenix.
No, you are. You 100% you are.
Because I went from no state tax, man, to tax.
Put on your no state tax shirt. Damn you.
But yeah.
How do you on the flip side of this? And to me, by the way, the quote that when that report came out, that felt very much to me like the Boston Celtics trying to basically rationalize why they traded Jaylen Brown. Like, well, we just didn't think they were. Shut up. Yes, you did. Just say you traded them because we didn't get along and.
For old injured Paul George and future picks.
Now, what do you feel about old injured Paul George going to Boston?
I love PG. I've always loved this game. The fact he is, defensive player is just he's in that mode of Klay Thompson now. It's like he was so good, but injuries have just slowed you down.
Role player,
and you can't do it no more.
Yeah.
And you want him to. We never want our stars to come down to earth. And he's come down to earth. Now he's just Paul. To PG.
Yeah, nice podcast P.
I'll even say this, like. I do agree with what you're saying is we do look at him through the same scope that we look at Klay Thompson now, and his injuries and everything it leaves a whole lot more to be desired. But I will say when he's on the floor, he's better than Klay when he's on the floor. From what I've seen, I just think from a totality standpoint, Klay is really a shell of himself. Like really a shell of himself. And he's a future Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. But boy, oh boy, is he a shell of himself. Paul George is too, but not as much as Klay is. Because I be like, bruh, airballing this left and right. And I'm like, bro, you out there for your shooting. And if you can't knock down, like, come on, bro. I'll say this. Paul George, throughout his career, believe it or not, through a lot of guys through the travel circuit, we've talked about this before. He has the prototypical game that a lot of young guys have always wanted on both sides of the floor. And to see injuries really take him out the way that it has, and for him not to be as productive because of injuries, it sucks because I like his game. I've always liked Paul George's game. Now, he ain't always showing up when you wanted him to. But the way he plays and the way he plays the game of basketball, I've always liked his game. Now, his trades have built many lands, many teams.
Ready? The NBA has now traded Paul George for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, Victor Oladipo, Danilo Gallinari, 7 first-round picks, and 4 pick swaps.
Feeding families, boy.
Arguably the most valuable trade piece in the history of the NBA.
He's been the most valuable player without winning an MVP.
Man.
If you think about it.
He has built teams. He has built teams. And I think one of those
he
picks.
built OKC.
I was going to say he built OKC. I think one of those picks turned into Jalen Williams, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, there's that list is just impressive. But you're right, B. You hate to see. But I think Boston might be a good situation for him, though, right? Because you don't have to be the man in Boston.
He had to be the man in Philly.
You're right, but you kind of did in the sense that Embiid's always hurt, and Maxey wasn't Maxey. He did kind of came on. You had VJ, you had decent pieces there, but you needed somebody to step up, and he never was that person. seem like in Philly. But if JT's back and you've got JT, and you got some pieces that you can make work in Boston, maybe Paul can be more of a complementary piece. And maybe at this state of his career, that's what he needs.
I think he's in a worse situation because, you go to Boston. He's basically almost the second best player on that team. There's no disrespect to White. At least in Philly, he was like the third, sometimes fourth best player. And he can, but now he's going to be dependent on a little more, and that might be good for him. Like he can shake off the rust and get back to somewhat being an old self. But I think he's going to have a lot more on his shoulders, and for a player to go to the coach and say, I can't blow by anybody anymore. I just can't do it. And then his words telling the coach. So now you got to do that a lot more now because you second option.
Well, that second option would validate his salary, because
he's making a lot.
That salary say I'm a franchise player still.
Yeah.
So even if he is the second option, some people are like, well, heck, you getting paid like one. So let's see what you got. And what this does is it gives JT what he's technically wanted. When we saw a little bit of a documentary or whatever where he said, Doc, I'm not trying to come back to be a role player. Well, with Jaylen Brown now gone, you getting everything that you want. Hopefully you can come back and be the superstar that a lot of people know. So you definitely can't be a role player now. So you're getting everything that you want. And let's see how this Achilles really holds up now you're starting a full season or back a full season.
You're just shaking your head, Rob.
Yeah, I'm just Boston. I think that if it's me, do I keep JT or Jaylen? Jaylen just showed you I can carry you to a second seed.
Yeah.
And that was just a weird situation for me.
I just knew they always coveted JT more than they did Jaylen. Mm-hmm. Like they appreciate Jaylen for the player that he was and the fact that he had a moment in time where he was now the number one and did everything he did. And I'm not mad at Jaylen for necessarily wanting out. Like when you feel as though you're better than what a team thinks you are and you want to go be the man somewhere, cool. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, but I've always felt like Jayson was the guy that they coveted the most.
And always, and a lot of times in sports, it's like, do you keep the outspoken person or do you keep the corporate person?
I was just thinking that. And there's a reason why they lean toward JT more than they did Jaylen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's no disrespect. But sometimes organizations don't want to deal with the hassle of someone, causing trouble or, calling you out on certain situations. So they were like, okay.
Speaking his mind on his own platform.
And I'm so proud of Jaylen Brown doing that. You don't have to be silent all the time, and it's a lot of times and, you're in a situation, do you value, the dollars or do you value your image and your likeness?
Someone
and
who's
your
willing
peace
to
of
toe
mind?
the company line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's not a shot at JT. But
it's not at all.
He's always been relatively quiet in that sense.
Yeah.
He's never been one. He's never been one to challenge them publicly or in the media or any of that stuff. Or his
because
teammates.
there's a lot of athletes like that. You don't say anything. You're like, I take myself as example. I didn't say much, and I wish if I could go back in time, I've been one of the most outspoken people that I could have been. But back then, you just like, I'm just gonna do my job and go home. Worry about things later.
Yep. Yeah. So it makes. All right. Well, look, you're sending us texts about it. So I feel like we have to talk about it. Let's go to TikTok and find out who we're talking about.
We got the fucking Frat Five, the Suburban Super Team, the Costco Cartel, the Dairy Dynasty, the Mayo Mob, the Caucasian Connection, the Beige Brigade, the Cream Team, the Brunch Bunch, the Casserole Collective, Live Laugh Lakers.
TikTok having a field day with the
they having a ball, man.
With the Lakers, man.
I think the one that made me laugh was Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's good. I like that.
That was a funny one, man.
That's great. That's outstanding.
I said, man, they turning right back to the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yeah.
Man, I hate to say this, but this is the thing. When's the last time in the NBA you saw a team possibly start 4.5 white guys on a starting five? Because Quentin Grimes is black and white. So think about it. They're going to start 4.5 white guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where have you seen that at the beginning of a season that this is your starting lineup?
No.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. And we got a whole bunch of brothers on Team USA. What y'all think this is? This is basketball. This is basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say it, so I'm saying it.
You, Stephen A. Rob said it too, so.
Hey, let me just say this. Lakers going to be 3rd seed in the West. Everybody going to underestimate these white guys, and they going to kick everybody's ass.
I would love to see it.
Hey, Jenners, you can become a Laker fan. Like, yeah.
On behalf of white people everywhere, I would love to see it. You're going to see a lot of Lakers jerseys out. I'm telling you what, man. I'll tell you what.
They even got whiter when they traded DeAndre Ayton. I said, well,
yeah, I know, yeah.
There's another white,
yeah,
another black dude.
Yeah. Who's the blackest guy on the roster? Move him out of here. Like, no, like it's just Walker Kessler was obviously the big acquisition for them. They traded the Jazz for 4 first-round picks in 2031 and 2033, and first-round pick swaps in 28 and 30. Kessler signs a 4-year, $130 million deal with the Lakers, which means between, Robbie just texted us, between Luka, AR, and Walker Kessler, you are committed to just shy of $480 million for those 3 white boys.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. I go back to what I said earlier, how you let stuff leak out. And somehow the Utah Jazz knew how much the Lakers wanted Walker Kessler.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you want him? Because, Walker Kessler, he ain't really played since he's been in the league. You hadn't done anything for fucking 4 future picks. And I think a lot of times when teams get rid of their picks, they anticipate that trade we made going to make us so good that pick we going to get is going to be lower in the draft, so it's not going to be worth, not going to be worth anything. And I'm like, shit, you never know. You forget. AR wasn't even drafted. Got guys in the lower draft that have been really good in this league. And so it's like, Kessler, where is your, I understand when you come out of college, you get paid, but what kind of body of work has Kessler put in to deserve this contract and deserve all these picks? That's all the thing. That's what I want to know.
I mean, like you said, and this hasn't just been this offseason. The Lakers been trying to get their hands on Walker Kessler for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And with the Jazz knowing that, anytime a franchise knows that another franchise knows that you have a desire for a player, look, the price of the brick has gone up.
Always will.
Always
will.
And brick is, cocaine, because everything's white here.
Okay. Well, there you go. You said it, not me. Okay.
So, you said it, not me.
Since we're here, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to figure out what we thought the price was going to be, because nobody's giving the Lakers a discount anymore for anything.
No.
Nothing.
And never were going to.
Something is double.
The last discount the Lakers were going to get was Luka.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even a discount. That was a shitty trade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that falls right in the line. A discount, a shitty trade is the cousin of a discount.
It's almost a good show title. I can't use it, but it's almost a good show title.
It's just, my thing is, I don't understand. They're going to finagle you and finesse you out of your. Now, we don't know what Walker Kessler's going to be in a Laker jersey. We don't know what a lot of these guys are going to look like next to Luka. That's why you play.
Mm-hmm.
But you're the Lakers. Teams aren't giving you anything anymore because they know how much you don't value draft picks.
No. And the problem is, you now have, as the LA Lakers, have no tradable first-round picks over the next 7 years. None.
7 years.
I think the only one they have is, 32?
I think that's right. Yeah. And now they did pick up when they traded DeAndre Ayton to the Wizards for Jaden Hardy. They got a couple of second-round picks in 2031 and 2032. So you got a couple second-round picks back for that.
You're gonna have to hope that you can trade someone to OKC who got all the picks.
Yeah, and try to get some picks back or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how that's going to work. My favorite posts this week have been like the post of the three of them, of AR, Luka, and Walker Kessler, and somebody posted, the typical internet meme of who's stopping them, and somebody responds, "Not the police." I know that much. That was my favorite response of all of them so far. That was great. And then Rui Hachimura is gone as well. Rui signs a 2-year deal with the Clippers, $20 million, 2 years.
He's gone adjacent. You just go down the hall.
Yeah, I know, but
or down the street. My bad.
No, down the hall is our little. That's a 680 thing. He went down the hall.
Down the street.
I don't know who Rui's agent is, but he should fire him because there's no way you get that amount of money. It's no way. And then
14
you think
a year, right?
Yeah. 2 years, 28.
No, you look at the league and you look at look at what Quentin Grimes just got. You better than Quentin Grimes.
Okay.
So Rui shot 50% from three. Think about that. You take first thing I do when at the end of the season.
Sorry, I'm still here. My webcam is dying. It continues to clip out.
So think about this. As soon as the season's over with, I'm calling up San Antonio. Like, hey, y'all need me. Y'all need me. I can play defense. I can knock down some shots. I can open the floor for Wemby. And then they go get Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
So you think about, Tobias Harris is a great player, but Tobias Harris, since he came out with that comment saying I should be an all-star, he's been spiraling down. He didn't do much in Philly. He didn't do much in Detroit. He's up and down. I go with Rui. And so you look at what's happening with that, and I'm like, your agent fucked up, dog. Unless you just told me, you don't want to leave LA.
Well, I think that's also what it is. And I was just about to say that. One of the reports is he wanted to stay in LA if he could. Now that shortens your leverage because now the only other team in LA are the Clippers. And so if
Golden State, that's LA adjacent.
Is it? I think he really wanted to stay in LA. So hey, if the best that the Clippers could offer him was 14 per, then so be it. But I do think you shorten your money. You kick into your money a little bit when you start talking about, hey, I only want to be here, or this is where I would rather be, because neither the Lakers nor the Clippers are, especially the Clippers now that the Kawhi is gone, are championship ready. They're just not. And I'm all for you getting your money, but also being in California, them state taxes going to eat you alive like they have been. So, if you want to stay in California and make your money, then you also have to know everything that comes with it. So if you want to stay there and get it, cool, that's fine. But I don't know what other offers he had, Rob. I don't. And if his preference was to stay in California, he's narrowed his options down. So teams don't have to necessarily back up the Brinks truck per se in order. Love for him to stay a Laker. His ability to shoot, him adding a little color to some things, literally. But I like the way Rui plays. I like the way he spaces the floor. I like the way he shoots. I think the Lakers realize once we let LeBron go, and LeBron said, y'all go in a whole nother different direction and y'all build around Luka. Yeah. That's when they start. That's when they said, you know what? We're going to clean house almost completely. And we're going to bring in a whole new, outside of AR and outside of Luka, we're going to bring in a whole new regime. We're going in a whole new direction.
And the crazy part about it is you got a couple of pieces. We know whenever LeBron lands, they shipping Bronny for some second-round picks to whoever he goes.
Oh, big time.
Probably so.
And then you think about what's a boy from Tennessee they've been trying to trade for 2 years?
Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect. They're going to get rid of.
West Side Connect.
And so, they can other than that, what, just Luka and
AR.
AR, that's it,
Really? That's it.
it's slim pickings.
Mm-hmm.
It's
gonna be an interesting season coming up. You know, you know what though? I've always liked this guy Carr. You know, I'm really interested to see what he can do in the summer league. He's like a project player almost, and for me, I think he is going to be better than a lot of people because they think he is because they didn't get a chance to see him at Baylor, but he's athletic. Don't get me wrong, his shot selection, his jumper need to improve, but you can't deny his athleticism.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
I watched him a little bit when he was at Baylor. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so absolutely. So, man,
a lot of building to do. A lot of building.
It's gonna be interesting when they come to Atlanta, boy, because that team's gonna look a lot of. On one side, you got the Hawks, who a lot of brothers over there, and then on the other side is, hey, don't make me call my lawyer.
I will sue you. Let me ask you a question. Has this been the wildest free agency in NBA history? This last 2 weeks? Because when you really take a step back and look at it, Giannis to the Heat, Kawhi to the Raptors, JB to the Sixers, LaMelo to the Timberwolves, Paul George to the Celtics, Ja Morant to the Trailblazers, Walker Kessler to the Lakers, and then all the other moves we've talked about. I don't know if I can remember an offseason that's been quite that full of league stars finding different. Like every year you get the trades and the moves and stuff, and that's commonplace. But like huge main name stars moving like that in offseason. I don't remember a year like that.
I don't remember it either. And I think a lot of it has to do with OKC and San Antonio. I know, no disrespect to New York, who just won a championship. Everybody's building teams to beat those teams because they're so damn young and they're so damn good. Yeah. So you're trying to figure out what can we do, and everybody's making moves, and everybody's trying to save money. Everybody's trying to get picks, because everybody nowadays they're so interested in draft picks, and I'm like, dude, that's fucking shot in the dark. You don't know because these kids come out so young. I know they 21. I was 21 when I came out of college, but they're young in the sense of having the maturity of playing against some talented guys. And so for me now, they're coming out. And they're taking these chances because I think I'm going to go on record and everybody thinking how great this draft we just had, how great it's supposed to be. It's not going to turn out as great as everybody thinks it's going to be. You're going to probably have maybe 4 to 5 guys that are going to be good. And the rest of them are going to be like,
Okay. All right. And I imagine it's your guys near the top, that class, probably going to hang in there for a little while. More likely. Look, so you talked about number 1 picks in the draft briefly. Dallas was close to pulling this off, but it looks like Washington may actually have it happen this year with Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, and AJ Dybantsta on the same roster. Wizards have a chance to roll out 3 former number 1 overall picks onto the floor at the same time. Dallas came close, but never got them all on the floor at the same time. When they had Cooper and Kyrie, they had the roster for it. They didn't quite get them all out there at once. So it's a fresh start in Washington, but you talked about it, Rob. You think that team's got a little bit of upside now?
I really do. I think, everything is like we just talked about Philly. It's like mirror image what we're doing. We're going to D.C. And how healthy AD is. Because if you look at that roster on paper, you got 3 guys that's going to be out there that can play good defense. You got AD, who's an excellent eraser. You got young, athletic, Dybantsta, and you got Trey, who can put a 50 at any moment. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, 1 ball. Coach, I don't know what kind of system he's going to put out there, but are you going to get these guys to play together? That's the biggest key.
Yeah, definitely going to be tricky. Do you want to – I'm going to play this real briefly, and then we're going to do a couple of quick things. We'll mention a few more signings. I'm going to punt some of this to shoot around on Friday, but we're going to play a game called History Repeating this week. And no, it's not a bad game. It's actually kind of an interesting game. But I did want to play this quick clip from Rich Paul on Game Over with Max Kellerman. They were talking about LeBron's future. Obviously, everybody's talking about LeBron's future right now. But Rich Paul had this to say about LeBron and the possibility of playing for the Knicks.
If the Knicks hadn't have won, there would be no board.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
He'd be going to the Knicks.
Interesting.
But the fact that they won,
I always thought that eliminated them.
So if the Knicks hadn't won the NBA title, Rich Paul said LeBron be playing in New York. Which I was like, okay. So what's the reason why he's not in New York then? Like, I'm confused why them winning the title was the offset there.
Oh, I know why. That's easy to know.
Because they had to pay everybody else?
Because LeBron wants to be – LeBron going somewhere is the veteran guy, the all-time great that goes and helps this team get over the hump, bestowing knowledge, just bringing a level of experience and expertise that a team doesn't have. With New York already winning it, he wouldn't be that guy. He would be a guy going to join a team for his own benefit versus their benefit. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's basically all that they're saying.
Reason.
He wants to be the reason. He wouldn't be the reason if he went to New York now.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically.
I just thought that was interesting.
That's why going to Miami would be interesting, because even though they got Giannis, they haven't won anything with Giannis. No. But they have one with LeBron. And LeBron could go down there and be to him what Dwayne Wade was to him earlier in his career.
So true. And the thing about it is also, I think athletes pay attention. And LeBron is always, very conscious of what's been said about him. He didn't want to do a KD. KD,
the talking point was you went to the team that was already one up on you.
And so I think he's like, no, I want to go somewhere where, that pie is missing a piece to be a whole.
Yeah.
I want to be that missing piece and go there. And if you go, let's be honest, you go anywhere in the East, it ain't gonna help. Because I'm just thinking, you got the year under your belt. OKC is pissed off. San Antonio's gonna be a lot better. It ain't gonna help.
No. We'll see. Where do you think I think right now it looks like all signs are pointing to Cleveland because of the announcement that he's going to have a documentary filmed about this season and all this stuff. Feels like it's set up for him to go back to Cleveland. But
yeah, I think, at the end of the day, you want to go back to where it all started. And you think about, would he get more love in Cleveland, Miami, New York, Detroit, wherever it may be? Where is he going to get the most love?
Cleveland would have a parade for him just coming home.
Correct. Yeah. Everything. It's just set up perfect. You think about it, let's be honest. One of the best stories in all of sports. Coming in with all this clout saying he is the next one, and he fulfilled all those. Everything that he did, he fulfilled every fantasy, everything that it can be done. And now you end it in Cleveland where it all began. That's a fucking movie in itself,
And the fact that they're filming it.
Fuck Space Jam.
It's set up.
Fuck The Fish to Save Pittsburgh. Any other basketball movie. This is perfect for him, And you got movies that you can make. Christian just made me watch Michael, and I love it. This is the next. It's just called LeBron. It's a film. It's a movie.
Yeah. And now too with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell got his extension with the Cavs. He agreed to a 4-year, $273 million max contract extension, includes a player option for 2030, 2031, full trade kicker. He could have waited for an additional 5th season, but instead he committed early to show the long-term commitment to Cleveland. In year 1 of this new deal, he'll be making $61 million. Year 2, almost $66. Year 3, $70.6. Year 4 of this contract, $75.5 million.
Damn,
crazy.
For Donovan.
Maybe he did that to entice LeBron. Say, hey, I'm your Dwayne Wade. I know I'm not as talented, but hey, we can make something happen here, So.
Yeah, I don't know, but it seems like that's set up now, though. You've got your pieces, you got your guys. Are they still working on the deal with Harden? The last time I heard, they were trying to work out a deal with him.
I think he opted out to still,
so he could go on a kind of a longer term deal.
They're gonna overpay him too.
Yeah, they're gonna overpay.
Well, not two. They're gonna overpay him.
Yeah.
Hey, they probably right now sitting back saying, "Wait, let's see what LeBron does. Harden, opt out. You're gonna wait too, buddy."
All right, a couple more quick free agent signings and updates, and then we'll get to Big Shot in the game. Colin Sexton to the Lakers on 2 years, $19 million. You like the pickup?
I like him. You know, the Lakers have kind of coveted him for a minute, and now that the young bull is there, because let's be honest, you look around that squad, you need some toughness. You know, you need a bulldog, and that's who Colin Sexton. He don't back down for anything. You know, you think about it, he almost won a college basketball game with 4 players on his team, him and 3 other guys. So, you know, even though that was a long, long time ago, he's still improving, even though he's been in the league a minute. I like the pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a downhill type of guy, a guy who will attack the basket, and I think the Lakers needed that. He's another piece. I'll put you like this. All the jokes aside, I don't hate what Rob Pelinka has been doing. I don't think he's just been signing guys, but I think if Rob, after LeBron said, go ahead and do what you need to do, and if he just sat on his hands and he wasn't doing anything, Laker Nation would be absolutely pissed off, as well as Luka would be pissed off.
Yeah.
I think he is trying to build something around Luka that he feels would work. And I think Luka probably is happy about what he's been doing.
I agree with you. You know the funny part about this? If you could put blinders on and just say, oh, good signing. Oh, good signing. Oh, good signing. And then you put out oh, shit, they just all happen to be white. So that's the joke, you know. And that's what I'm saying. They're going to be surprisingly better than what a lot of people think because they judging them by their skin color. Don't get me wrong. If every team in the NBA lined up for a 40-yard dash, the Lakers going to finish last, but still. It's like, but I still think they got some guys who know their roles and can do exactly what they need to do to help Luka. Because if you look at this team, it's basically Dallas when Luka went to the championship. It's all, and it's just, you know, everybody's just different skin color, you know, and it's the same team that Luka wanted that he had in Dallas. It's the same team.
Okay. Free agent Tobias Harris, 2 years, $31 million to the Spurs this week. He leaves
veteran
the
presence.
Yeah, he leaves the Pistons, goes to San Antonio. Anthony Simmons, 2 years, $12.3 million to join the Sixers.
Yeah, hey, that's one of the pickups we didn't talk about the Sixers. No. I like that guy. He can hoop. He can go.
Yeah, Anthony Simmons is good, man. He's an aggressive player. Restricted free agent Jaylen Duren stuck in limbo. Wants north of $40 million a year from Detroit. Apparently reported as Detroit's offering him about mid-30s. So they're just stuck in a weird little limbo.
Hey, here's the funny part about that. As he sits there and waits, there ain't no money left out there for other teams. So you're gonna mess around and
you're gonna end up having to pay him. Yeah. Quentin Post, Warriors center, signed 3 years, $30 million with Memphis. So he's off to Memphis. Houston added Bogey, Bogdan Bogdanović to a 1-year deal. Sacramento Kings are waiving DeMar DeRozan, making him a top free agent. DeRozan's $25 million salary was guaranteed for $10 million. So they've got to move a little things around. They want to find a way to match that money somewhere. But DeMar DeRozan moving on from Sacramento, it looks like. So
that's going to be an interesting pickup and where he goes.
Yes, he's going to land somebody. Somebody's going to overpay for him, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but somebody's going to throw some money at him.
To me, I think he should go back to San Antonio. Because San Antonio, let's be honest,
is there room for him on that roster right now?
Hey, man, you can make room for him looking at their bench they got. I'm like, no.
Can you pay a guy that kind of money to come off the bench, though?
But no, it's like I don't think DeMar's gonna get the money he's expecting to get because the long in the tooth thing is gonna probably hurt him. You know, he's a little older player.
Yeah.
And plus it's a place he's played before. They're familiar with him. You know, he's familiar with the system. So and if he wants to win a championship, that's my bet.
Okay. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week, and then we're gonna play History Repeating. Big Shot of the Week's gonna go to Pat McAfee.
Seriously?
Yeah. Here's why. So he was doing an interview about signing his deal with ESPN. He talked about, the fact that he got to negotiate and sign this big deal, but it's not so much the deal, it's what he did for his guys.
I mean, I negotiated a $100 and some million contract.
Right.
But that was like a cool moment that I could have never fathomed in my entire life. And then you talk about the boys, like I gave them backpacks with like $250,000 in it. Like that's a cool thing that I could have never
That's
guessed.
beyond cool.
But like, I don't know, man. I have no idea because who knows what the media space looks like a year from now? Who knows what our show looks like a year from now? Everybody talks about being a chess player. Like, I'm checkers, man. I'm just trying to get over you get to the next one, and then king me, bitch.
I like the flaws, but I like the fact that he signed this big deal, and the first thing he did was take care of his guys. Because it's
How many guys did he take care of?
He's got several dudes on that staff. I want to say it's 4 or 5 guys. Yeah. So he says he threw them each a backpack full of $250,000 as a signing bonus for that huge deal they put together. So good for him.
First of all, if you throw me $250,000, don't tell nobody, motherfucker. Now I got to pay taxes.
You got to pay that as a straight cash in a backpack.
Hey, they gonna come. Ain't you one of his boy? No, I ain't one of his boy.
I ain't worked for him ever. No, No. I also do very much like the philosophy of everyone's going checkers, chess, and I'm checkers. I'm just trying to get over you and then king me, and then I'll come back down the other way. It's actually pretty damn good philosophy. So just big shot of the week for Pat McAfee for taking care of his boys. All right, history is repeating itself a lot, it seems, right now. All these things happened in 2018 that are happening again in 2026. LeBron hits free agency. Patriots lose the Super Bowl. Rockstar drops a game changer, a video game. Odell Beckham is on the Giants. Conor McGregor is fighting. The Golden Knights lost the Stanley Cup Finals. A new Avengers movie comes out. Kawhi Leonard gets traded to the Raptors. The World Cup is on. Drake dropped a new album. Trump is president. And there's a new Spider-Man movie coming out. All those things happened in 2018 and again in 2026.
Damn.
That's wild. And then this week...
I'm only happy about one of those.
I know.
You figure it out?
I'm sure. Well, I don't know. There's a couple in there I'm pretty psyched about. So I don't know. There's an Avengers and a Spider-Man thing in there, both of them. So I'll
count them as the same thing because they're under the same Marvel umbrella.
Okay, good. And then we had this week Kyle Lowry. It just announced that he re-signed with Toronto on a one-day deal so he could retire a Raptor. So he gets to go back to where it started for him, I guess. And then all the rumors we just talked about with LeBron going back to Cleveland. So the game this week is history repeating. I'm just going to give you a player profile. I'm looking for my music is missing now this week. Everything's a mess this week. There it is. I'm going to give you a player profile. You just have to tell me who's the player where history repeated itself. So we'll start with Rob. If you can get it, great. If not, Harp can steal it from you and vice versa. So we'll start with Rob. A 5-time All-Star who spent 12 years anchoring the front court for a small market franchise in the Twin Cities. He was dealt to Boston at the peak of his powers. He helped them win a title before heading back to close out his career in 2015.
Repeat that now?
A 5-time All-Star who spent 12 years anchoring the front court for a small market franchise in the Twin Cities. He was dealt to Boston, a title contender at the peak of his powers. He helped them win a title before heading back there to close out his career in 2015. History repeated itself for what player?
Hell, I don't know. Drew Holiday, I know that's wrong.
I think I know.
Go ahead, Hart.
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's absolutely correct. Why you look crooked?
No, I was like.
Okay. You missed all
I forgot all about him.
You forgot all about Kevin Garnett. Holy shit.
No, in the sense that he went back to Minnesota. I forgot about that.
All right, there you go. Harper, you're up 1-0. A number 2 overall pick out of Cal became the face of a Dallas franchise in the mid-'90s. He was traded away to Phoenix, then to New Jersey, then dealt back to the Metroplex in 2008. 2 years later, he hoisted the Larry O in Dallas. Who did history repeat itself for?
The number 2 overall pick in the 90s.
This might flip the other way. Rob seems to have this one.
I know exactly who this is.
Okay.
He went to Cal.
Went to Phoenix, then New Jersey, then back to Dallas to win the Larry
O. Dang. I can't remember.
Take it, Rob.
He had blonde hair playing for the Phoenix Suns, J. Kidd.
There it is.
Oh, yeah,
Jayson
you're right.
Kidd.
I forgot he went to Cal.
Yeah, There you go. All right, Rob. Tied him up. Here we go. This guy won Finals MVP, leading a gritty Detroit team over Shaq and Kobe and the Lakers in 2004. Shipped to the Rockets in a deal that brought Detroit an aging Allen Iverson. He wandered through New York, L.A. before signing back with the Motor City in 2013 so that he could retire there.
That Chauncey?
That was Chauncey. Chauncey. That's absolutely correct.
Phillips, yeah.
Very good. All right, Hart. 15 years after the beating heart of a proud Boston franchise, right through the 2008 title, he was traded to Brooklyn. A few years later, in a cost-cutting move, he came back in 2017 for exactly 1 day so he could sign a ceremonial deal and hang it up as a Celtic.
Paul Pierce.
That is Paul Pierce. Very good.
I don't understand why guys go back and sign for a day so they can retire. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I
It's
mean,
a sentimental thing,
Yeah,
brother.
it's just more of a I get to say I retired as. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm happy about? I retired as an NBA player.
Yeah, very good.
If you would have spent most of your career with one team, you would want to come back and re-sign for a day to retire with that team.
What good is it going to do me?
I don't know. Is there like some kind of an official designation or something? You retired
But Rob,
as?
you didn't play 17 years with one team. I think that mentality is different when you spend overwhelming majority of your career with one team.
Like if Freddie Freeman decides to call it a career, he will sign probably like a contract with the Braves for a week so he can retire an Atlanta Brave.
How many championships did he win in with Atlanta?
One. He's won 2 in LA.
He going in the Hall of Fame as a Dodger though.
Oh God, that hurts my heart. Shut up. All right.
I know, but he won 2 titles
What are we
there.
doing? Stop it.
I know it hurts. I know.
No, just you kicked me in the shin. That was not fair. All right, Rob. Signed as a marquee free agent in Boston in 2016. He bolted for Philadelphia 3 years later in a disastrous fit, got flipped to OKC mid-contract, and then was traded right back to Boston in the summer of 2021 and 2024. He had a championship banner to show for the round trip that he took. Who did history repeat itself for? He didn't start his career in Boston, but he was there for a nice fat chunk of time before making all these moves.
I want to say Hartford, but it's not Hartford though. But I'm just say Hartford just for time's sake.
It is Al Horford.
It is Hartford?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. Good job. It was Al Horford. All right, Harper.
I didn't hit a Hawks. Did I hit a Hawks anywhere?
No. I said he got traded to Boston.
Oh, to Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, true.
Okay. Harper, a key piece of the Bay Area dynasty that won 3 titles in 4 years. He left the Warriors via a sign and trade the summer after a finals run, spent the time in Memphis and Miami, got traded back to Golden State in 2021, and got one more ring there in 2022. Who did history repeat itself for? I feel
so
like
he
Rob,
went to Memphis.
I feel like Rob
Memphis
knows
and Miami.
I'm stressing every brain cell trying to remember.
He won 3 titles in 4 years. He left for the sign and trade after a finals run, went to Memphis, then Miami, then back to Golden State in 2021. I'm not going to lie. I'd be surprised if one of the two you couldn't pick this one.
If we couldn't?
Yeah. This one stood out for me.
Dang. Memphis, Miami, then back to Golden State.
No, Harp doesn't have it.
I feel like I should know it, but I forget.
Rob, do you have it?
Is it Iggy?
It's Andre Iguodala.
Dog, it is. He was sitting right there on my mind.
I know,
I said,
he's
but
right
you know what?
there.
I don't remember him playing in Memphis.
Well, again, you get moved there. You gone. He was back to Miami. Boom. He got moved
he
around.
was sitting. I said, I bet it's Iggy. I bet it, but I didn't say it.
Should have gone with your gut. It's not Al Horford. Well, actually, it is. Yeah. All right.
Hey, when in doubt, beat.
Yeah. All right, Rob. Your turn. And we have 2 left to go here. An undersized defense first big man who anchored the Pistons' title run in Detroit despite never averaging double-digit points. Left for Chicago as a free agent in 2006, got traded to Cleveland, and then back to Detroit in 2009. It was Big Ben Wallace. Good job.
Yeah. Once you said undersized, I kind of did.
Yeah, you gave it away when you said undersized big.
All right, Hart, last one. A 2-time championship big man who made his name in small market Tennessee before a blockbuster trade sent him to Los Angeles, where he won 2 titles. After stops in Chicago, San Antonio, and Milwaukee, he signed a farewell deal to officially retire as an LA Laker.
Pau Gasol?
That is Pau Gasol.
In that case, it's like, see, think about that. He signed with the damn Lakers. Why?
He
You
wanted to
fucking
retire
spent all your
Laker.
years in the fucking Memphis.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
this
but
case,
he
won 2 titles with the Lakers.
We know why he did that.
And Kobe's one of his best friends.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it just say, because would you rather have Laker or Memphis as your title?
Laker.
Well, of course, anybody would have. Wait a minute. You would have done the same thing.
I won everywhere I went, so anyway, it
was hard.
It different for me, big dog.
What I'm saying is,
all throw
what I'm
flowers
saying
at Rob's
is-
feet. Yeah.
Wait. Out. Yes, we know you went everywhere. I'm saying if you were in Pau Gasol's shoes, you would have done the same thing.
No, I wouldn't. But it's. I get it though. For Emmett,
I don't know why Rob want to do this today.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
He's ornery.